Sun's coming in and out. Let's see. Hey there, let's do it. We're going to start today with a nice ease lunge. So let's put that blue spring, one blue. Put my right foot under the carriage foot bar. Put my heel into the shoulder block. Oh, stretch. Try to get the weight off of my arms as soon as possible. Maybe get myself all the way down. Good. Then I'm going to allow the carriage to kind of lift me up. So again, I want to use my arms as little as possible. Let's do that on the other side. Okay, that's so good. All right. So the foot under the foot bar, other foot, heel pocket. That's important, not to have the toes under that little lip there, but you really want to have a nice dorsiflected foot to really get a stretch in the arch as well. And then I'm sinking down. Nice. Weight off of my arms as much as I can. And then I'm going to let the carriage lift me up. This side's a little scarier. Whoop. Now this carriage seems to be a little kiddie, so I've got a little handy dandy waiter trick to shove that baby in there, and wobble goes away. Okay, I'm going to get warm today, so right away we're going to do flying planks and hikes. Let's go red and blue. See if that's going to work. Won't be too heavy. We'll see. All right, I'll start again with that. My foot, heel pocket into that little shoulder block. I'm going to push the carriage out. Good. And then I'm going to allow my body to lift up over that foot bar, and then I'm going to go down and out, and then up and over, and down, up and over, and down, up and over. 2 more times. Down. Woo, really get down to go up. 1 more. And then I'm going to float it, and then I'm going to come down, and I'm going to keep my foot right into this foot bar, and I'm going to pike up and straight down and then round up. Nice stretching on this one, and then lift that booty up. Good. And then I'm going to keep my head neutral, try not to look. My body wants to look. And 1 more. Whew. Now I'm going to do 4 of each. Blanket, sorry. And then up we go. And then plankies. And up 2 more. Plank. And plank. And let's do 1 more. Hold. Now I'm going to stay over here, and I'm going to take this foot and reach it for that foot bar and back. And reach it. And back 1 more. Reach it. Fold it back. Fold it down. Whew. Now I'm going to put my knee down in the carriage, take my foot slightly outside the shoulder block line, and then I'm just going to lean into this thigh and this hip a little bit. Get this really nice hip flexor stretch, because I thought I was using it for a second. I don't want to. Push the carriage on. Okay. Woo. Yeah. Hear the parrots? They might fly right over us if we're lucky. Now they're jagging away. Okay, let's see this side. Hi guys. You coming over? A little bit more? There we go. You may get to see them in frame. Now they're a little crazy. Okay, sorry, talking about my parrots. The city, San Francisco, has wild parrots. It's amazing. Okay. Down this side, inhale, down, and then plank. Ooh, this side's going to be a lot harder for Mama. Up and down. I would do about 12. And lift. Down. Lift. Down. Float it. Down. Try to get a nice flat line there. Just do 2 more here. 1 more. Then I'm going to do my pikes, right? So I go right up now, rounding up my back. to let my hands switch positions there. Up, 2 more. Actually, 1 more. Now I'm going to do 1 plank and 1 plank down. Plank it. Up. Up. This left knee is not doing so good, so I think I'm going to hold this last plank here. Try to do 2 more if you can. And then I'm going to readjust that toe. Forward. And stay forward there for more. Woo, 1 more. Forward. Reach back, take it over. Down. Knee. Woo. Let's just sit tall and sink into that hip a little. Oh, yeah. Pushing my pelvis slightly forward in front of where the knee is resting on the couch. Getting a nice stretch. Easy though, be easy. And I have to be very easy because my body does not like when I push down on this knee. Shall we? Let's do some more. Let's just do arms and loops now. So I'm going to go red yellow. And we'll lay down. Whew. That feels nice. Okay. So I was just upright, so now I have to lay down. As I put my arms in my loops, I'm feeling where gravity is. I'm feeling where my body is on the machine, pulling my ribs in. I'm going to reach my fingers straight up through the loops. Then my hands are right above my shoulder line. 1 leg up to table, 1 leg up table. Deep inhale. Exhale, the arms reach down. Inhale, float the arms up. This time I'm going to take 1 leg out, 1 leg up, golden scissor. And then bring them together. And then I'm going to switch it. And together. And 1 more time. Now I'm going to hold this right here. And I'm going to switch. And switch. Switch. And then we'll slowly float the arms up and keep switching. 2 more. 1 more up together. 45, shoulders plugs, feet down, arms down. I was hoping the sun wasn't going to get too bright. Where's my cloud cover? Keep on. Shoulders. Oh, there's an idea. Alright, just real quick, guys. This is all I have to do. Is just put those sunglasses on. Sorry, I have sensitive eyes. Here we go. Okay. Pause. Much better. Here we go. Arms up and loops. It's not the sun, it's my eyes. Right. Fingers up through my short loops. Ribs in. 1 leg table, 1 leg table. Let's start with the legs out in this one. And bring the arms down and bring the knees in. And now go 1 arm forward, 1 arm side, and 1 leg out. Left leg out, left arm forward. And that's it. Now let's do right arm up, right leg out. So it's crazy on one side against the other. Let's do that again. It's like I'll skip. 1 more. And skip it. And now I'm going to skip it with a backward bicycle. And then slowly float the arms up. And breathe. 2 more. 1 more. Good. 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 Better. Yeah. Okay. Let's try 1 more. Here we go. Arms up and loopies. Shoulders down. Ribs in. The legs. Table, table. Good. Bring the arms down. Let's do some dead bug. Alright. So I'm going to fold up at the elbow. And then this time both legs up to the sky, both arms down. Now I'm going to hold the legs up. And this time when the arms go down, I'm going to bring my feet a little to my face. Just a little. And then back. So the legs are moving ever so slightly towards me. but I am not doing that with my hips. I am pulling my ribs down to make my legs come to me. And I'm going to hold that there. Reach, reach, lengthen. Now I keep holding that butt down. I do not want to tip it off the carriage, but I'm reaching my legs, and then I'm going to reach them to 45. Oh, that's crazy. And then I reach the arms up. Shoulders back, ribs in, and feet down. Okay, quite enough of that. Oh, Lord Wilson. I just had the biggest craving for a freaking bagel with lox schneer. You must be having one for breakfast. Damn, I missed this. Okay. Rock it up. Whew. Let's go some short box and some back extension after all that, shall we? Get the box up. Remember, I want to keep a nice long back here. So I'm going to hop up on the carriage with my red and my yellow so it's steady. And put my booty down. I'm going to put the blue on. Take off the red and the yellow. Alright. And then I'm going to reach back and take my loopies. Whee! And then I'm going to take my arms. I'm going to do short loops today. Or long loops. And push my arms straight up from me. Good. So today we're going to go straight out. Let's go start it here. Let's do one arm reverse punch. So I'm going to hold them both out in front of me. And I'm going to bend my elbows in. And then out. Then I'm going to do one arm. And out. Then the other arm. And out. Good. I'm going to do two arms now. In. Keep those elbows in front of me. Keep my back tall. And in. And then I'm going to do one arm. And out. One arm. Hold my back tall. Two more. And out. And one more arm. I'm just going to hold. Squeezing my knees together. Reaching my fingers. Reach, reach, reach. And then arms down. Drop. Hang it. Let's do some waxing. So palms face down, which is going to get deeper under that armpit. Remember, we're working those armpits, those rotators. I'm going to inhale and push the arms straight out and breathe. And then circle. But again, I'm keeping the elbows in front of me. Two more. Circle. Keep the tall chest. One more. Hold there. Breathing. Now I'm going to lower the arms a little bit. I'm going to lift my ribs up. And the arms are going lower, but the ribs are lifting, and it puts all the work right into my abs. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm going to breathe and lift. Breathe and lift. Lift, lift, and good. I shouldn't be slamming it home like that. Sorry. Mama's out of shape. Okay, here we go. Let's do some serving bread. That's what I was taught this one is called. We don't like bread that much, so I like to call it catering, which is something I did a lot. So the harder part is, of course, the shoulders are now almost rotated directly back, and I've really got to keep them long to keep them from curling forward. I'm going to bend the elbows in and then serve the folks. Serve that tray of food. Good, two more. If any of you have catered, you know what a nightmare it is. One more. You have to share tips with 300 people. Most of them don't work very hard, and you get pinched by everybody in the room. Nah, you did anyways back in the 80s. Reach, shoulders back, reach, 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 reach. And down. And hang it. So I'm going to put my loops away, and I'm going to get a really nice stretch here on my legs. Staying up on top of my big and bitty box. Lean over. And then just let the arms go. And I go slowly so I don't feel like I'm going to tip off this box here. remember, we want to stretch in Pilates. So I'm going to open up this side. Hello. And I'm going to open up this side. And it looks like Mr. Sun is gone, so I think I can take my shades off. Here we go. So that was upright arms. So let's do this one. This is a good gravity killer. Alrighty. Reverse abdominals. Now, I do it old school. I'm gonna go one yellow. Oh, no, I'm just gonna do blue. I'm gonna lay down on my carriage, but this time reversing my position, and I'm gonna get my butt close to the shoulder blocks. I'm gonna take a leg and put the leg through the long loop right over the knee. Try not to have it too low. And then this one. Woofta. Now, in old days, he had you up. I used to give people a little pillow or a ball, but it's actually kind of good to keep your head this way too. And I'm gonna just hold those knees to me, but keep my back very flat. So I can bring it up a little as long as I'm supporting it, but I can't lift to my legs, not yet. Two more, just little moves, pulling that rib cage down, getting those psoas to work, not hip flexors. You don't want to use your flexors. You want to pull your knees over your thighs. And one more, over the thighs, reach my legs up, drop my head back, scoop, curl up, give me a long stretch, your kids, and then I roll it down. Relax, open everything. This is, of course, really one of the ways to just bring it. The legs wide open with it, so just support on the track. Reverse extension on the back is really good because we're very rarely in this position most of our lives. Yep. And my hair got a little caught in that spring set. Remember what I've talked about, right? Okay. My hair's getting long again. Here we go. So I'm going to do it now one leg at a time. This time I'm going to keep my head up, but I'm not using my neck. My eyes are staying closed, so I keep looking straight as if I were open. Two more. One more. Now here's a nice fun one. I'm going to hold this knee here and I'm going to reach that out and back, out and back. One more. Out, back. Now I'm going to hold this one in. Out and back, out, back, woohoo, out, back. Then bring both in, curl up a little, rounded shape. Get legs down, head open. This time, of course, I'm not going to drop my chin against that. Head back there because that's pretty good underneath me. And of course, the last one. There to back. Down. They're loud little guys. Okay. So I'm going to try to open up my legs and I'm going to try to reach my armpits or my thighs. I don't want to do too much with my hips, so I'm going to take my legs up to the table. I'm going to open them a little bit, and then I'm going to try to curl. And then I'm moving here. Oh, it's the soccer. That's right. And now curl it around. Curl it around. Curl, and then two more like this. Side oblique, and then you bring them in and you circle and you get that deep, intense little ab. Two more, one more. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then feet down, and then head down. Okay, that's a killer. All right, so enough of that one. Rock up. So So I'm going to now extend my legs out over my headrest. Now if you can't fit your shins or your knees in there, you can always cross. And actually just fit them. And I'm just going to do another little stretch forward. I'm going to drop my head and then let go a little. Now I'm going to reach back and grab that bar. And then I'm just going to push a little back. So that if my neck was getting in there, this is a good stretch for those traps, the ROMs. I reach back this way. I grab the foot bar across from where the arm is, so that's going to be my right arm reaching across. I put my left arm as far back as I can on this little foot bar, maybe not that far, foot bar. And then I'm going to just push out and get an extended stretch between my shoulder blades, which is again a place we very rarely stretch and a place that most of us need. And I just got a little crack in my thoracic back, and that felt really good. And then I'm going to let the carriage bring me in. Remember, I do not want to pull with the arms and the shoulders anymore. I'm going to reach my left arm across, my right arm behind me, and push out and feel that amazing stretch. I try to keep my head looking up, the side's a little tighter for me. And come back. I do not pull the machine close again. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's do a couple of scoopies. This time I will cross my legs just because I'm used to it on this one. I'm actually going to choke up harder. Still in my blue. And I'm just going to do a little reverse row, old school row. Let's do rowing number 2. No, rowing number 1. It's hard to keep these straight. And we're going to bend at the elbows. And then extend the arms. Now I'm going to bend at the elbows, and then I'm going to push my pelvis forward. And come straight back up and extend. Now I'm going to bend at the elbows, push my pelvis, reach the arms up and back, and around and over. Get a nice stretch. Curl myself back up. Let's try that again. Bend it. Extended exhale. I'm going to make my legs long. Inhale, reach out, up. Oh. Then I can add the last part in, which is probably part of rowing too. I'm going to inhale, bend. Exhale, tip the pelvis, lean back. Inhale, reach the arms straight up. Exhale, lift the chest up over the legs. Dive forward and sweep the arms way back behind me to straighten my spine. Straight, straight, straight. And then around. Oh, that's so nice. Let's try that one again. Rolling up. Here we go. Inhale, bend. Exhale, tip and lean. Inhale, reach arms straight up. Exhale, lift chest. Arms circle out. Open, diving over. And then lengthen out and straighten my back. Inhale. Straight, straight, straight. And exhale. I'm going to hang it there for a second. Okay. Here we go. So this one. This is the one that kind of, for me, really decides how much balance I have on any daily given day. Daily given day, that's good. Okay, so what I need to do is I've got my red and my blue on. I'm going to see that maybe too heavy. I'm going to start on this side. Just fix the air real quick, sorry. It's getting too long. Okay, so what I'm going to do from the left is I'm going to put the right heel up against that right shoulder, that one that's farthest away from me. Then I'm going to take my left foot. Now, if the foot bar is too high, I can lower it down a click. What I want to do is get a stretch. So the first thing I'm going to do is keep my head against my knee, and I'm just going to push the carriage out with this front leg, keeping this knee under me. Ooh, it's a good stretch. And then I bring the carriage in. Now I'm going to lean way forward into this hip and get a gorgeous hip stretch right now. I do push that back hip out a little. Sink down. Oof. Not bad at all. Good, let's try that again. Pushing that front leg forward and away. Try to keep that heel up. Try not to let that back heel push out. And then on this one, Lauren, I'm going to go down because my left knee just popped out way up there. So I'm going to get a little lower. I can kind of get into this a little bit, not worry about this knee popping out. Okay, so now comes the work. So, speaking of knee popping out, I'm going to go down to a yellow with my left knee working. Make it a little lighter. Now, here's the hard part. I have to think, holding myself up tall, and I'm going to, again, just push one leg out. Woo. Again, my body is very scared because I just popped that knee out, so I do not like this. Inhale out, but it's good for me. Because that knee is stronger than I think, and of course, the hard part is coming in. Inhale, push it away. And then control it in. And then I'm going to take a little moment, going down onto both. And child's pose. Let's see how it does on this side. I don't know about supporting any weight on this knee right now. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, dang. It's the problems of getting old and not having one knee working well. Okay. So I'm going to start with the stretches. Okay. I'm going to keep my head down. And I'm simply going to push the carriage out on one leg with the front leg and the bottom leg staying under me. Seems to be okay. As long as I keep lifting up a bit. And I'm going to go right away down here and just probably do a 2 hip stretch with that bad knee. Sorry about that. And come back up. Good. Try that one again. Foot on the bar. Keeping my head down for the first one. I push out, keeping that knee underneath me. Both knees down. Now this is sort of like a small dog stretch. I push my pelvis forward, I lift up into my chest, and I just sink down into both hips. That's kind of nice. Oh, here comes that sun again. A little more shades. Okay, so now I'm going to try to work it a little. Let's see how we do. I'm going to move my foot bar down to click to modify. Leg being up. Leg being lower, feels more stable, but it's farther away, so it actually is harder. Push out, and just back. Okay. And I'm going to hold on to do this. Sorry, guys. My knee. And out it goes. Push away. And then I'm going to get that nice hip stretch again. I'm going to put that foot bar back up so I get a good deep drop. Pelvis forward. Hips open. Chest up to the sky. Woo. And nice little flush there. Take a little release here. Down onto both knees. Quick little child's pose. And let's finish with some curls, shall we? All right. Hope this angle was working for you. Let's go red, yellow, blue. Should probably move my shoulder Pilates, huh? Okay. So headrest has to go flat. Hips go up, head's got to go down. I think about moving from the center. Again, I'm back on my back, so I take a minute to readjust my gravity. Heel pockets, deep inhale. Exhale, I scoop the pelvis, tuck, and roll my booty up to where my heels are, pulling towards that side of the room without my feet. Tuck a little bit more. And then I'm going to push the carriage out about halfway. Now I'm going to hold this here. I want to keep curling my butt, but keep trying to pull the ribs a little down. So I've got this whole section here kind of working in two different places. And then I'm going to curl up and down. Curl and down. Try to hold this very still. Two more. One more. Now hold that curly and now lift it higher. Push the carriage out an inch more. Feel it right at the bottom of the cheekies. Tuck it a little more. Push out farther. Keep squeezing. Now let's hold it here. Keep those toes from reaching over. And you're going to squeeze out and up a little, up at the top. You're curling. You are not enough flat bridge. You've got a little tuck going here. You've got a little tucky scoopy. 3 more. Come on, let's get it going. 2 more. Oh, it's so good. Now hold that curly tuck. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it towards the butt. Up to the sky. Lifty, lift, lifty, curl. Down. Keep breathing through all that, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try that again. Deep inhale from here. Scoop, curl, peel it up. This time I am going up to a nice long bridge, pulling a little bit with my ribs this way, but then lifting my booty that way. I'm going to push the carriage out, out, out. And then bring it in and try to lift my legs, lengthen over that foot bar. Inhale, out. And then lengthen over the bar. One more time, out. And then come halfway. Now keep reaching my knees that way, but squeezing my butt this way, and then ribs in this way. Feeling all those spaces working. You gotta work them to feel them and feel them to work them. Hold that. And then little pulses. Pulses. 8 more. 7. 6. 2. Up, 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 up. Curl, 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 curl. Down, 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 down. Open, open, open. Nice. Let's finish with some nice little leg circles. Yep. I'm going to rock up. Take off that yellow. Leave that red and that blue. Each leg gets a loop. We go long loops now. I want to put my foot in my loopy, relax my arms, and push the carriage out with my leg, not dragging with my arms on the ropes. Again, I want to get out of that shoulder engagement all the time. Now, Mama doesn't like this because one leg is much, much longer than the other. It feels very awkward. But we're going to try to relax. And I'm going to inhale and drop down and circle out and around. Keeping my spine as flat as I can. And then I inhale and pull down and long. And circle out and around. Really letting the hips open up, letting the carriage kind of relax a little. Inhale, pull down, holding that butt down. Slip beside there. And one more. I'm going to circle it back up. This is very important here where I keep my butt down. I do not want to let my hips go wide with my legs or my butt is off the floor. That is low to my back, which is not good ever. So the legs go up, I hold the butt down, and I separate, and then I circle. I do not want to do that little hip lift that I like to do in the other one. And again, this leg is so much harder as it is about an inch longer than the other one. It's pretty short. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little Buddha. Bringing the heels down towards my pelvis and my butt, maybe getting them all the way down. They're getting a lovely, again, hip flexor stretch here. Pushing on the tops of my legs, maybe getting a little opening in the thighs there. And then I'm going to let the feet float up a little bit. Easy on this knee, mama. And then I'm going to let the legs go wide. And I'm going to just finish with a little cradle. Rocking side to side. And there you have it. Session number 2 for Wilson. Thank you, Wilson, for letting us share your sessions with you. Everybody have a great day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, cuties.